Welcome to Cousin Creator. I am Danny Lee, OGT. I'm going to step aside here in just a second. Let my partner react to John Anderson's Seminole Wind. We won't do this song for a while because I really like this song. I always have. Of course, I love swinging. Who don't love swinging? It's just fun to sing, right? So been struggling with this. What to call the new country, the old country, the outlaw country, whatever labels, all that, stigmatisms. Still gonna call it good music, and we're gonna label it forgotten country. It's got to have a label. So, OGL, my friend Greg, was an introvert for a long time, like flip phone type introvert. I've always been a triple extrovert, kind of like Hank, and I grew up on Hank. I just recently got sent the autobiography from a sub, Gary Goodman. Thank you, sir. You are a good man. You're a good man, Goodman. Okay. But yeah, we've done Waylon. We're still doing Waylon. As much as Jesse ever did. Sorry, that was a bad joke. We love you, Jesse. Rest in peace. I think Jesse's gone. She survived a long time after that, but I think she's gone. I could be mistaken. Let me know. But yeah, Hank, Waylon, we've done Kenny Rogers, Willie Nelson, Johnny Cash, the Highwayman, as the Highwayman. We've done the Judds. We're just getting started. We get most of our views from the rock and roll stuff, but I will never stop paying homage to the country music I love. So, and I had a godsend or a blessing or a drop from the sky, whatever you want to say, when OGL told me, I don't know nothing about that older country music. My mom listens to country on the radio. That ain't the country I'm talking about. So, anyway, thank you for being here. Like that little banner there says, advertisement. I live in North Carolina, Appalachian Mountain Chain, right outside of it. So I have very much been a part of this culture for a long time. So sit back, enjoy, and we'll get turned over to OGL, and I'll let him introduce himself. And I'm gone. I will be back for the next one. I've heard this song way too many times to react. So, see you. How you doing, OGL?
Doing good, man. Doing good. Looking forward to tackling some forgotten country. Try to make
Yes,
it
sir.
remembered again.
All right. I did play swinging for him one time, but I still think he'll be able to react to it in the future. He's only heard it once. So, all right, guys. Much love. You know, I was born country. That's what I'll always be. But I love rock and roll too. So I just love good music. From the New York coast, as they say it, to Muscle Shoals. Love y'all.
All right, everybody. Appreciate that introduction, Danny. I'm OGL. I'm the introvert. Still am an introvert. I'm just opening up a lot, thanks to Danny. Very persuasive fellow. So I'm going to be doing Seminole Wind by John Anderson. Now, I'm going to confess, this is not a song I've never heard, but it's been a really long time since I heard it. When my father passed away, the family moved into a new apartment. Mom used what little money she had to get us a small TV deal, basically, with like baseline MTV and stuff like that. And MTV was basically sort of our comfort food. So I found a lot of the rock and metal acts that I still enjoy on that. Mom listened to a lot of country, and I remember this song, Seminole Wind, playing a few times. So definitely going to be my first time deep diving, and it's, I think, probably the last time I heard it, I had hair. So I think this still qualifies as a first time reaction. So uh, this is basically about greed. The Seminole were the first inhabitants of Florida. John Anderson was born in Apokie, Florida. I know I'm butchering that. I spent 10 minutes trying to research names properly. But yeah, John was born in Florida, and this is basically about the. It's looking at the lens of greed through the idea of a ghost of a Seminole warrior kind of crying out. So let's do this. I'm always up for this forgotten country stuff. I'm amazed how much I've been enjoying it. Waylon, Hank, whole 9 yards. So let's do this.
Ever since the days of old, men would search for wealth untold. They dig for silver and for gold and leave the empty holes. And way down south in the Everglades, where the black water rolls and the sawgrass waves, the eagles fly and the otters play in the land of the Seminole. So blow, blow, Seminole wind, blow like you're never gonna blow again. I'm calling to you like a long lost friend, but I know who you are. And
Chorus definitely brings back a lot of memories. I remember that. The piano and violin intro on this is just absolutely gorgeous. Uh, Perfect sort of setup, then the beat kicks in and it becomes very catchy. John's voice, it's got a lot of twang in it, but it's very thoughtful, almost regretful. It's cool that John is familiar with the history of his homeland. The Seminoles were fierce. They actually resisted invasions from both sides, from both the Spaniards and from the U.S. They also sheltered slaves in that time, so they were kind of enemies of the state. So the Seminoles kind of outlaws in their own regard as well. So perhaps John senses a kindred spirit there.
ever since the days of old, men would search for wealth untold. They dig for silver and for gold and leave the empty holes. And way down south in the Everglades, where the black water rolls and the sawgrass waves, the eagles fly and the otters play in the land of the Seminole. So blow, blow, Seminole wind, blow like you're never gonna blow again. I'm calling to you like a long lost friend, but I know who you are. And blow, blow from the Okeechobee all the way up to Micanopy, blow across the home of the Seminoles, the alligators and the gulls.
Mike's off. Mike's off.
Yeah.
Mike's off, brother.
Yeah, it's on now. So one
Sorry
thing that
about
still
that.
plagues, no, it still plagues both of us.
Bye.
We'll get the hang of this. Love you, brother. Yeah. Yeah, we're still trying to, we've used this program for a while now. We're still trying to figure out the intricacies, like hitting the mic button. But no, I love the, just the feel of the song. Just feels like a gentle breeze blowing across the water. Again, the violin arrangement along with it sounds like there's an acoustic guitar or a banjo. I can't tell, it's being plucked. Um, Yeah, it just has a very fluid feel to it. Very relaxing, very soothing for a song with a pretty heavy theme. I also like how he mentioned the land of the Seminoles, the alligator, and the gar. Now everyone knows alligators, gar are actually like it's almost like a dinosaur fish. So sort of thick-skinned, long nose. Yeah, not a whole lot of people know about that. So John's probably an avid hunter as
There
well.
is an alligator gar. I learned
Yep.
that from Jeremy Wade on
Yep.
River Monsters.
Yeah,
Call
they're
me a geek all you want. I like this.
no, they're oh yeah, they're like living fossils. Yeah, but I've never heard them referenced in song before. So yeah, this I'm digging this song on many levels. I mean, I'll crank out a couple of the lyrics here for you. Ever since the days of old, men would search for wealth untold. They'd dig for silver and for gold and leave the empty holes. And way down south in the Everglades, where the black water rolls and the sawgrass waves, the eagles fly and the otters play in the land of the Seminole. Of the reverence for nature here. So blow, blow, Seminole wind, blow like you're never gonna blow again. I'm calling to you like a long-lost friend, but I know who you are. And blow, blow from the Okeechobee all the way up to Micanopy. Props to him for making that rhyme and rhythm in a musical sense. Blow across the home of the Seminole, the alligators, and the gar. And progress came and took its toll, and in the name of flood control, they made their plans, they drained the land. Now the glades are going dry. And the last time I walked in the swamp, I sat upon a cypress stump. I listened close, and I heard the ghost of Osceola cry. That is a Seminole chief. Was executed at the age of 34.
Yes, that's from the Muscle Shoals documentary, The Lady That Walked All the Way Home, I believe. If I'm not mistaken. And what did you say? It was a reference to the eagles flew out of the Everglades and what? The eagles and... Because the eagles come from Florida, and so does Skinner. So I thought maybe he was giving a shout out there. Possibly.
I don't say anything about... Oh, yeah, the eagles fly and the otters play in the land of the Seminole. So, yeah. That's... Again, it's obvious reverence for nature, but you could also be a sort of a shout out there. So yeah, blow, blow, Seminole wind, blow like you're never gonna blow again. I'm calling to you like a long lost friend, but I know who you are. And blow, blow from the Okeechobee all the way up to Micanopy. Blow across the home of the Seminole, the alligators, and the gar. Yes, beautiful imagery about a very tragic circumstance. So let's finish this song. I'm sorry, go ahead.
The only thing I can put there is he must be cousins to the Okie from Muskogee.
Progress came and took its toll, and in the name of flood control, they made their plans and they drained the land. Now the glades are going dry. And the last time I walked in the swamp, I sat up on a cypress stump. I listened close and I heard the ghost of Osceola cry. So blow, blow, Seminole wind, blow like you're never gonna blow again. I'm calling to you like a long lost friend, but I know who you are. And blow, blow from the Okeechobee all the way up to Micanopy. Blow across the home of the Seminoles, the alligators and the gar.
Okay, so masterful composition, bringing that piano intro back as an outro as well. It sort of feels like that's the sad present, maybe sitting on that stump, seeing what's become of the swamp and what progress has done, and the upbeat sections in the middle of that, with all of the strings and the guitars and that uh, banjo towards the end. That is remembrance of the glory of what once was. Um, yeah, I love the message of the song. Uh, I'm grateful for the quality of life improvements that modern life has provided, but that's come at a great cost, and we have to know when to stop that. Progress is great, but you don't always have to be moving forward. If you're standing right in front of a cliff, moving forward is probably not the best idea. So, yeah,
But if you're in the government and everybody wants to go left or right, move it straight is my idea.
yeah, yeah. I was doing what the government doesn't want is always a good thing. But yeah, it's sort of like a quietly, gently forceful song. Like it's got a very distinct message, but it just has uh, this beautiful sound to it. This is like ear candy. Uh, kind of remind again. We keep comparing, but they're just because the arrangement is so well put together and the sounds overlap each other so well. It's got that kind of Floyd headphone feel to it. Again, while still having that message. And I love the "I'm calling to you like a long lost friend, but I know who you are." You know, it's like him being aware of again the history of where he grew up and sort of being, I guess, more close to nature.
Yeah, it seems like well, yeah. Well, we know, and not just because of the song, Hank Williams Jr. is as close to nature as you can get. He is the
Yeah.
biggest country boy on earth.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, he wrote almost all his songs on that pond there.
Yeah.
The man fell off a mountain. But that wasn't. I was going to give a reference to Kenny Rogers. Actually, it seems to be, and John Anderson, even though he's the black sheep of the family, that's the song you'll get to. Him and Kenny Rogers being more of the I don't want to say squeaky clean, but compared to the Outlaws, more of the more presentable Conway Twitty types. Drop your panties after we get out of the public type. So John was more like I'll party when it's proper too. But anyway, it seemed to me more esoteric than what I thought because what is the reference Kenny Rogers gives in The Gambler at the end when the old man goes back to it and he looks out and across and like sees, I forget, he's looking it up, but it's very close to the a lot of the references. Alabama gives references to to hearing the Lady of the River, and that goes back to the Muscle Shoals documentary. The lady that walked 600 miles back home took her 4 years, but she done it. I'm assuming that's who it's referring to, but a lot of these Alan Jackson's Midnight in Montgomery is about talking to a ghost, of course, Hank Williams, but still a very atmospheric sound. That was one of his very first reactions. Was Midnight in Montgomery.
Beautiful song, very haunting.
We are very much delving back into Hank, and that's what started it off. Actually, a big old country music rant about the industry changing and me being pissed off because they put him in the Hall of Fame in 2022. Is what started our country music reactions. I don't unless you really really like profanity and despise the country music industry nowadays. I wouldn't advise watching it because I have got to be a bigger man since then and a better man, if you will. Never forget who sings that. That's a country song, do that. Yeah. I think it's Brooks and Dunn or somebody. Anyway. Through the reference he gives the gambler retired into he looked out. Oh man!
I'm trying to find it here. I don't.
All right, I had to pause there for a minute. He's got it.
So the lyric here is, and when he'd finished speaking, he turned back toward the window, crushed out his cigarette, faded off to sleep, and somewhere in the darkness, The gambler, he broke even. But in his final words, I found an ace I couldn't keep.
There's something about looking out over the dark or something. Maybe crazy. Hell,
It might be a different song.
no, it was that one, but yeah, I'm wrong then. Either way, it's got an atmospheric feel to it, so I don't mind admitting when I'm wrong, that's for sure. But all of our memories are just that. They're our memories. That don't mean they're factual. Sometimes they lie to us. So yeah, love this. I'm glad you liked it, Greg, and let us know if you want us to listen to any more John Anderson. And we don't really have a problem listening to newer country. It's the edited part of it. It's not the artist. I have nothing against the artists. I have something against every song being stereotypical and having the same content in it, and it's not really about their lives. None of them say cuss words or do bad things at CMA, but you can find them doing all them things on the internet. So
Yeah. The artist, a lot of times, grew up listening to people like Hank and like John, but just the industry is not going to allow another Hank or another John. So that's the unfortunate reality. But I do want to apologize. The reaction is longer than I was anticipating. It is between the composition and the message and how those things meshed. There's a lot to say about this one, but I enjoyed every minute of it. It was great to hear the song again. I can see how like that chorus, sort of remained in the back of my head.
So we love you.
Yeah,
Much
thank you
love.
so much for watching. Love this, and take care of your homeland. It will take care of you back.
I'll start walking your way. You start walking mine. We'll meet in the middle. When a song you find.